What's up? Today we're talking everything we know about Yakuza 7. This is a fair warning. This is just what we know based off of a few things Sika has let us know and the events of Yakuza 6. So it's safe to say if you haven't finished Yakuza 6 yet, you may want to leave the video. And also, this is a theory mixed with confirmation facts. And so the first part of the video is what we know, and the second part is what I think the story of the new game may be, but keep in mind, this is one dude's thoughts and you're clear to make your own, or, completely disagree, it's up to you. So we don't really know a lot about it, but we do know that recently there's been a ton of things that's been made clear to us over the last 8 months. So that's what the main focus of this video is, since most people aren't really talking about it in the Yakuza community. So remember this Aqua Taco with the big hair? Well, when it was first revealed, everyone was led to believe that it was for Yakuza 7. Then as time progressed, we saw Kiryu-san's model for Ryuka Gotoki Kiwami ni. We all began thinking it was a spin-off of Yakuza 2, somewhere between the story, but we have found out now that Ichiben is actually in both a spin-off for the PC and iOS and Android called Ryuka Gotoku Online, and he's going to be the star in Ryuka Gotoku Sabun, kinda, except it's called Shin Gotoku, or in English translation, that means New Yakuza. And all we know about it so far is that it takes place in 2001, possibly, and 2018, which means it isn't a spin-off from Ryuka Gotoku ni because the timelines don't add up. Kiryu was in jail in 2001, and in 2018 he would be 2 years past the events of Yakuza 6, where he faked his death to keep his family safe. So all this means is Kiryu returns to Kamurocho, and he may actually have an important role in Yakuza 7 after all, which I hope he does, because if he abandons Haruka and forgets about her existence, I am going to cry more than I already have because of this series. But back on topic, we know Kazuca Son is a former lieutenant of the Arakawa family, and we know he joined them because he had no family or parents, and we know Kamurocho has been controlled by the Tojo clan, but in 2018, a conspiracy by the Omi Alliance and the police wrestled control away from the Tojo. The district became strictly controlled in the front and in the back, and lost its former luster, heading towards a gradual decline. In 2001, Kazuga took responsibility for a crime committed by the young head of his family and spent 17 years in prison. Who does that sound like? What I'm about to say is vital to my theory of what Shin Ryuka Gotoku's story could be. So we know after Yakuza 6, Kiryu fakes his death, and then Yuta and Haruka goes back to Okinawa and look after the rest of their family or the orphanage. Personally, I call it their family because the bond between all of them was more like a big family instead of random kids in a home. Then Date was left with the responsibility of making sure nobody knows Kiryu is alive, but Akiyama is persistent that Kiryu is still alive and keeps pushing Date to try to get him to tell him about Kiryu. And in the trailer for Shin Ryuka Gotoku, we again know it's after Yakuza 6 and Kiryu is on Tenkaichi Street, which is both the location of Serena Bar and Sky Finance, which Akiyama reopened. So I believe something brings Kiryu out of hiding, or maybe he's living in secrecy and that Kasuga Ichiben lets the secret out that he's not dead since he randomly runs into him, or maybe there's a flaw in that because the bad guy knew it was Kiryu, so maybe even before that Kiryu came back. Could Akiyama be in trouble? Is it Haruka again, or could it be Haruto again? There's so many possibilities, but all I hope is we see more Kiryu and Haruka and Shin Ryuka Gotoku more than anything. I mean, a large percent of the game's success is how emotional it makes everyone with Kiryu and Haruka's relationship. I mean, look back at Yakuza 4 and 5. You don't care about any of the subplots that is happening with Saejima. You don't really care what's happening with Akiyama. You don't really care what's happening with the baseball player or the other cop. You just want to get back in and you want to see what's going on with Haruka and you want to see what's going on with Kiryu. No one really cares about the rest of those games, Kiryu and Haruka are Yakuza. And if Shin Yakuza decides to not have anything to do with Kiryu or Haruka, then I have a feeling that the game isn't going to sit so well. I have a feeling that the game would end up being remembered as like a bad thing. Kind of how a lot of people see Yakuza 6, even though I personally love Yakuza 6. A lot of people don't like that game, and I feel like if Shin Yakuza has nothing at all to do with Haruka or Kiryu, or even Haruka and Yuta, if they didn't need to put Kiryu at all, then I feel like that would be a very, very bad way for them to try to restart Yakuza without Kiryu. We'll probably dissect the story of Shin Ryuka Gotoku in a later video, so that this isn't a cluster and ends up being like an hour long, because there's so many directions it could go in. And with that being said, I'm loving the positive response to adding in a new game. Thank you for the support, and with that being said, my name is CRUZANDO, try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.